So I've been told by a few subscribers now and verified by a dealer that the secret formula they use to get rid of toning is this. That's Milton. And basically you use it to wash babies' nappies. I'm going to put 1 capful of this into a saucer of nice hot water or warm water, and I'm going to soak some of my dirtiest stamps, and we're going to see if this works. All right, hang on, I'll strap you in. Right, so they say that you should put 1 capful of this. So I'm just having a look, clean washing bottles, clean wash bottles, test dummies, breastfeeding equipment, prepare solution. I'm trying to think what's in it. Warning, it doesn't say exactly what's in it. Trying to see, all right, available chlorine, 1.9%, chlorine, 2% sodium hydrochloride. All right, so it's a type of bleach. Whoops, that was my clean water. I'm gonna have to get that refilled. All right, I've just got 1 capful, like they told me. Put that in there. I'll do that back up. Put that on the bench. I'm just going to get new clean water because something went in that one. I've got some of my dirtiest stamps here. So that one there is a 5D, and that is pretty well written off. I mean, it's damaged in the middle because it's got like marks and everything. It's got holes through it. Wait a minute, let's find something a bit better. Oh, that's a beautiful stamp, but look at that. So we'll stick that one in there. I'll put that in there. I'll mix it around a bit. Now, my dealer friend basically said to me, do not use the later stamps. Only ever try and clean the early ones. Look at that one. She's written off. So try not do sort of the later stuff you're seeing. Look at that, it's got some stuff on it. And you just leave it for about 3-4 minutes. Even that dark stamp already has gone white. That's amazing. He also said that if you've got little specks of toning, if you get a cotton bud, so one of these, and you get a cap of the stuff, you can just touch it. And I intend to do that just to see if it really works. But dealers do this all the time, supposedly. And if you're a dealer and I've offended you, I apologise. You're the one that doesn't do it. Oh, look at that one. I mean, it's wrecked anyway, so it's okay. But it's good to test. Oh my God. Look at that. That has really gone a lot cleaner. Oh my gosh. We'll have to rewind the video again to see how dark that was. But that's coming up really well. I'm trying to find some other really dark ones. She's a bit horrible. I've got a lot of German stamps I want to clean, so I thought this may be the best way. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're stained. These stamps are wrecked anyway, but I want to stick it in and see if that works. Let's just watch that, see if that toning comes off. Doesn't matter if it doesn't on these. Oh wow, that's cleaned. Wow, that's insane. Wow, look at that. I mean, there's a little bit there. That one there is just about done. Wow. Now they say you got to wash it in clean water afterwards. There we go. That's beautiful and white now. Look at that. And I'll put it in my stamp drying book. Yeah, like there's still a little bit hanging on to some of these. Oh, look at this. That was really dirty. That was the first one we put in. And the stamp looks okay still. I mean, I might just leave it in there a bit longer. This one's come up really well. It's got some thins. I mean, I've been testing some of these. Wow. No, it's still there a little bit, but it's coming off. This one's come up really well. And this one here, there's still a few, but it's not as bad as it was. I don't want to leave it there too long. That's a, that's a thin one. So look at that. You can see the watermark quite clearly. Yeah, that is really good. There's a couple of them that are not doing much. That's a hell of a lot better than it was. That is a hell of a lot better. And I reckon it kills the toning, the spores and everything. Oh, just have a look how that's still a bit dark. See how dark that is? Might just chuck it back in there for a little bit longer. Oh wow, that one's starting to come up a bit. But I am going to go through a whole heap in here. Let's overcommit and see how we go. Put some kangaroos in there. Oh, that one doesn't really need it, but I'm just going to throw it in there. These are all my other ones that need to be cleaned. They've been sitting in a... I tell you, these ones here, 1929 emails, these are the dirty ones. I went through my book and got all the dirty ones out, so they all need a good soak. So I can put them in my book. I do not want to spread disease. This OS here, it's just starting to get toning, so you really got to be careful. If you've got a really good album, you got to be really careful with your stamps of what you put in. That's nice. That's beautiful. That's a good stamp. It's a nice one. Oh, that'd be nice if it cleans that one up. Come on, hop under the water. Start soaking. So what you do, it does smell like bleach. It smells like when you're at the pool. Remember when you went to the pool as a kid and you could see they'd always use too much bleach to clean the pool? That's what it smells like. Oh, it's another one of them ones. All right, we're going to overcommit and we're going to put everything in there. Now, they did say, that's an expensive stamp, they did say it's probably best to do it in small batches because it is chlorine. Now, don't copy me by putting so many in. I am what you call slack and just want to get it done as quick as possible. Oh, that one's a good one. Oh, if that comes out, that'd be huge. There we go. Oh, that one's a really good one to test. There we go. Oh, that one's horrible. What's that one? So remember it in Romania. Still a fair few in here. Oh, this one's a really good one to test too. It's a 1 pound. It's Australian 1 pound. Oh, there's another kangaroo. Get rid of that one. There we go. There's that one there. It's a German. Czech. German. Kangaroo. There's all you guys now going, oh my God, look at that. That's horrible. So all these stamps I would have thrown out anyway, so I'm not losing anything if I lose them. They've just been sitting in a box for the last year, getting worse. It's funny, they haven't really gotten worse. There we go. What else is there? Oh, that's German. I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know why I'm cleaning it. That's a good one. Another one there. All right, that's enough for this one here. that'll be enough. We'll just do this many. Get all this bleach crystals off. And we'll just start popping these under and see how they work. I'm just going to stir the stamps up. It helps, when you stir the water, it helps get the hinges come off. Oh wow, that one just looks awfully white all of a sudden. Look how beautiful and white that is. That looks crisp. There's no toning on that now. Wow. All right, we'll dig down deep. Oh my God, all that rust went off that. Wow. There you go. It does smell a lot like bleach. That one there looks good. I might just let them sit in water for a bit. That's done. That one needs to soak a bit longer. That one's done. Yeah, I don't think we should let them sit too long. They're looking very bright now. I don't know if that's wrecked them or not. But some of these are looking cleaner than I've ever seen. Look at that kookaburra. That is very clean. So I don't know, it's on the verge of changing colour. This kangaroo looks good. Oh, if it gets rid of the hinge. Rubbish. I haven't got a little rubbish. Normally I've got a little dish here I can put the rubbish in, all the hinges and stuff. I might just put them on the tea towel I have here. Oh, that was that really dirty one. Oh, it's got paper there too. Oh, look at that. That is so clean. Oh, it's still got a hinge on it. That is clean as. No more rust on that one. All that one. Wow, all these were ready. I was going to throw most of these stamps out. All right, this one hasn't. Oh no, it has. That's incredible. Oh wow. That is amazing. Thank you. I'm not going to mention the subscribers' names. They told me to keep it a secret. But a lot of dealers use this stuff. All I have to say is, don't be stupid and throw them all in like me. Just do a few at a time, because you know you are dealing with, I think, a type of bleach. Bleach has been made a lot less strong for babies. But yeah, you can do it that way. And what we do next is, I think I've got a couple of stamps in my kangaroos that have got a few little tone spots. So what we can do is we'll test it, and we can do it with the, oh look at that. Yeah, we can use the cotton buds, because my dealer, favourite dealer in the world, Brian, said you can do that. So I ran it past him. I said, is this bullshit or is it real? And he goes, no. People use Milton. It's a type of bleach. He goes, just be careful though. And he said, don't use the latest stamps, because they do, the ink tends to dry. These engraved old stamps, they're a lot more solid. That's perfect. Some of these stamps are coming out better than they are new. That one's still got a bit of thing on it. Oh, it's still got its... Oh my God, that was destroyed. I mean, it's a little bit discoloured, but it's not as bad as it was. Just trying to get this hinge off. There you go. So you really got to try and get the hinges off. Just then it can really work against the toning. But they say that it kills the toning, like the spores and everything, by putting in it's hot water. It was 70 degrees when I put it in here, but I carried it upstairs. So I reckon it went down to about 50 degrees by the time I got worked out and did my front video. At the moment it's just nice and warm. It's not hot. Look at that, it's beautiful. told that you need to soak them in water afterwards to get the bleach off them. Oh, that's still a little bit dark, a little bit perfect. That's still a bit dark, that's perfect. Oh, it works really good on those. How about this one? Wow, that's working really well. This is a German stamp. Wow, yeah, that's damaged anyway, but I just didn't want to use real good ones. Wow, can't believe that. That's just so cool. Oh, it's still a bit destroyed. There you go, take that hinge off. Wow, that was a destroyed stamp ready to throw out. It looks nice now. Oh, come on, get that stuff off. Let it sit a bit longer. Oh, this is great. I've got all these. I tell you, these stamps have been sitting in a pile for such a long time. There's still just a little mark on there. I'll just leave that a little bit longer. Wow, they are very susceptible to toning. Wow. Well, there was two on there. I want to see how that one fared. It's still a bit. Sometimes the hinge leaves a mark and you want to get that off as well. Oh, these are beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it's just a little bit longer. Oh, another one of these. That's good. Oh, this is an expensive one. Oh, I've got to get the hinge on it. So I just took the hinge off that one there, and it's still got a mark on there. So hopefully you can see that from where you are. That was really bad. It's okay now. There's a German stamp that had a bit of stain on it. It's a hell of a lot better than it was. Oh, this was ripped anyway. I just did a lot better. Look at that. That's insane. There we go. This German stamp looks good. Another German stamp, good. Oh, this is my go-to stuff now. So 1 capful. Probably might have had a little bit strong because I can smell it. But it's having the desired results. Look at that, that's insane. Some thins on these stamps though, I'm noticing. Chamomile, perfect. Oh, look at that. Look at this, this is amazing. Now the beauty about it is if you can pick up an album that's got toning of really expensive stamps, like kangaroos, you always see kangaroos come up and oh, they've got some beautiful stamps, but they're all affected by toning. You could do this, make yourself some money. Yeah, see that? Like, hinges are the worst things in the world, aren't they? Oh, I can't believe that. That's insane. Now, I think this was light before it went in there. I hope it hasn't just dyed a bit more. That one's still got a bit. Tell me what you think. Who's used Milton before? Good and bad things. What have I done wrong? I think these are coming out very well. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. This is amazing. I tell you, that Milton's been sitting on my desk for a month now and I have not got around to doing this. I've got so many German stamps that got toning and they're just, you know, I need to use them, but they have to be washed. Oh, look at that. That's got that on there. Is that? Oh, no, it's just, so I got the hinge off, but you can still see the glue from the hinge. So sometimes the glue gets a bit of a toning into it. So like this one here, let's see, this is just a cheap roo. There's a hinge there. You take the hinge off, but then you got the glue. So you really want to soak the glue off. I don't think that's just going to get any wider. Still got that mark on there. There's a stain right in the middle. We'll leave it just a little bit longer. That's perfect. This looks great. Oh, that's got the hinge still on there. Yeah, you got the hinge off, but you still see the mark from the hinge. I think this is ripped at the top, so I kept this stamp just to do this because it was a bit dirty. It had like 2 inches on it and all the gum now, so back in she goes. So you got to get it in here, clean them off. I wonder if you could just soak them first and then put them in this solution. So do a normal dishwashing liquid one, get the hinges off. I mean, that's still really bad. So do the, I think the safest way, yeah, do dishwashing liquid, do it that way, and then put them in a bleach bath to try and get the toning out. All right, envelope. Still got a bit. Yeah, there's a slight bit of yellow on that one. So I think these are the worst of the worst stamps. Trying to get them out. God, why do people, who came up with using hinges? My gosh. It's just destroy stamps. Who came up and said, oh, it'd be a good idea if we use hinges on these things? Because even if you haven't got toning, you've got the gum that comes off. So that's meant to be a blue stamp. I wonder if I wish I could remember how blue it was before it went in there. What's worrying me that some of the colours might be changing from being in the bleach. I mean, these stamps really, I was prepared to throw them out, so they're all being like, I'm getting the majority of them fixed up. And all I'm trying to do now is just carefully pull off paper and hinge so that the bleach can get into the part of the stamp that is stained. This one here has got a newspaper on the back of it. And it must have been there. Oh, there we go. So what I do is I just rub my fingers together, just very gently, but not put pressure on the front of the stamp, just the back where the paper is. So that probably would have posted a parcel if it's on newspaper. They used to use newspaper to wrap up presents to go around. Well, there's another one of those £1. So some of these are pretty expensive stamps I've got in here. A lot of stamps, if they're cheap, I throw them out. I'm not going to go through all the hassle of cleaning cheap stamps, unless I haven't got it. You can't get hold of them, but normally cheap stamps you can get a fairly good copy for a reasonable price. That's why they're called cheap stamps. So I just throw them out. But the more expensive stamps, and I'm thinking that this one might be have a break in ST. That's why I've got it in there, because it's not worth that much. Oh, see that? That big lump of paper come off, but you can see the stain that's left. Well, that one's not changing too much. That's a state stamp from Victoria, so that's 1897. Oh, 1 hinge, 2 hinge, nearly 3 hinges on that one. I'm very surprised with this one. I'll pull it out now. They got a lot of the stuff off it. This one was wrecked. I'm going to throw this one out anyway, but oh, I ripped it. See, I ripped the stamp. Sacrilege, but that was a cheap stamp, so it's okay. I just put it in there to see if I can clean it with this stuff. Yeah, that still hasn't, see, it's got that mark there, so that's not going to come off. That's okay, it was all the other stuff has come off. That's a rip stamp anyway, so I can go. Wow, can't believe that. And this one, wow. Look at that. They're going white before our eyes. And they just make the, I don't know, I reckon it's just made the stamps pop out, like the colours look brand new. So I think it's just washed a lot of the dirt off. That there is pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's a bit of hinge. That's still a bit dirty. That's dirty. That's still a bit dirty. Oh, I reckon I could pull that out. It's still a little bit dirty, stained at the top, but it's really just hinge remnants. That's good. Wonderful. Yep. Yeah, they could probably stay a bit longer. So really we're just hoping that these will come around a bit better. Yeah, I think the trick will be, the process would be, wash your stamps in detergent first, then the next bowl, because they'll get all the crap and the hinges and the paper and everything off. Next one would be into a warm bath of this with Milton, and then a wash bath, and then put them in your book. That I reckon would be perfect. I think they've been in long enough. They're not as bad as they were, and the discoloration hopefully now has all been killed. See that? They still had stuff on there. Hinge. That one couldn't get all the way off. But I'm very happy with this one. That's good. That's okay. Yep. Wow. Done. I was wrecked anyway at the top. Is that mine? Is that a thin? Yeah, it can be thrown out. All right, hold one sec. Show you how. This is a, and I've showed you all a few times, Desert Magic Book 2. There's a few different versions of this. This is a shiny side. This is blotting paper. So you do it either face down or face up on this side. Doesn't really matter. And really, all you do is you pull it out, wipe the excess water and lay it down. And really, you don't need to wipe the excess water, but you do because then it dries quicker. It's the only reason that I wipe them off. But the neater you put them, the more stamps you can get in there. There's no right or wrong reason to do it. That's still a little bit dirty, that one. But I'm very happy about all my email stamps. I had a lot of them just sitting there that I'd bought from eBay. I just can't believe people sell toned stamps on eBay. While I'm doing this, I've got to tell you a story. I was away in Bendigo, and when I'm away from the stamp desk, I just read lots about stamps, go on eBay and search for bargains, and I put on there, I like always putting in there pre-decimal and or world stamps, just everything finishing early. I think I put Germany, and these lots came up, and they were 99 cents each from America, and I was over the moon. And the postage was $20, right? And I'm like, oh my God, the lot was $1, but the postage was $20. But they had about 10, 15 lots. So I got the first one, I won it. I went, right, and I bid it on every other single one. I won them all. It was 12 lots I won. And I'm thinking, phew, I am so over the moon. I've got so many German stamps to fill so many holes. You know, I hit the bargain of a lifetime. I was talking to some guy who, you know, the seller, and said, oh, could you say in your post you combine postage? You know, they want, I think it was like $200 postage, $300. It was some ridiculous because they just add it all up. So, but you just ask them, could you combine it? And he goes, I can't produce an invoice to Australia. I beg your pardon? He goes, oh, I can't raise an invoice to your country. I don't send to your country, but it stated that he sent it to my country. So I think what it is he was really upset that he only sold for $1 each, and he was just trying to get out of it. And in the end, it just annoyed me. He was going back and forth and said that no, he doesn't, you know, he's never, you know, you live halfway around the world, and then he, you know, God bless you, and really pulled the Christian card out. And then he was really like, I'm going to cancel this order thing. I'm like, you know, a lot of us are Christians, mate. We would never act like that. But in the end, it's just not worth the hassle, is it? Stamp collecting should be great. But I think if you're going to sell stuff on eBay and you don't get the price you want, then that's just the price of them at the day, you know. You got to live with it. And I've done that. When I've sold things that have gone too cheaply, I've sucked it up and let them go. But he did everything in his power. He wouldn't answer me for a couple of days and then come back and going, no, I can't do it. And in the end, I just said, look, it's up to you. I don't think it's right, you know, if you want to cancel it. But I'd really like to get them and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'll pay extra postage and all this sort of stuff. And he goes, no, I'll cancel it. And he cancelled more in like 5 minutes, saying that it was my request. And I was just like, oh my God. So there are people out there that are trying to scam us all. Made me a little bit upset. But hey, I didn't make a big thing out of it. There's always some more stamps around the corner. And it could have been that he really needed the money, so let him, you know, sell them again. But now he's selling them again and offering them for the whole world. So it just does my head in. All right, so then the blotting paper goes over. Then we put another silvery place. It's all a bit crinkled now because I've done so many stamps in my day. All right, what I'm going to do is I'll pause the video, I'll get the rest of them down, and we'll come back and we'll do some spot cleaning. Hold on 1 second. All right, note to everyone out there, be careful with trying to squirt this stuff with that nozzle into this little cap. It just went everywhere and I made the biggest mess, and I'd taken the tea towel and the dishes downstairs. Oh, I just done my head like I'm breathing heavy now because I'm running up and down. All right, so I am going to take this stamp here I bought years and years ago. It did have a little toning up here in these two here. It's worth $325. Probably paid, I don't know. I like to think I didn't pay much for it, but it's always just had me that those, see that? See how those things are, like the perfs, have got the little bit of toning? That's it. No other toning, just on those perfs. So I'm going to dab and see if that works. So I could ruin this stamp, but it'll make a good video. I'm going to try and stand up. Oh, you can't even see it. Like, wait a minute, let's stop this and readjust everything. All right, now I think Roger's going to kill me for using the back of his perforation gauge. I've been using it for everything. I love it. It's one of those things where you just need a black background. You can move around. It's just perfect. All right, where's my good glasses? I need something I can see with. Here they are. Put those on. Oh, that's heaps better. All right. I'm either going to wreck this stamp or I'm going to save this stamp, or nothing will happen. So I'm just dipping the bud into here. I'm going to wipe off any excess. That's what Brian's told me. And I'm not recommending this to anyone else in case it doesn't work. Oh, it's come coming out a bit. I don't want to rub it too much. Oh yeah. There we go, looks like it's gone. It's wet now. Now I don't know if he said to wipe it with water or anything, but I might just try and dry this. So I'll just leave that there for a while and see how it goes. But that's taken away. I'm just going to leave that. I'll turn the camera off, and hopefully when we get back it'll be all dried and it'll be perfect and I'm a superhero. Or the stamp is wrecked and I am a villain. All right, cheers guys, hold on one sec. All right, just rang Brian. You have to put water. He goes, oh, you should probably wash the whole stamp. And I said, oh, I've only done the perfs. He goes, oh, it's okay. If you only done the perfs, just get fresh thing with water. And I said, because, see how the gum has come off? Because I've washed it. See how the gums come off because I washed it? So that's probably, you know, made it mint hinged now. It was a perfect stamp before. But there's no toning. And I reckon if I went any more, it'd eat it away. All right, that's good. I don't know if I've wrecked that hinge at the side. A little bit might have come off. Oh, well, no, hey, we're learning. $300 lesson, but we're learning. All right, my assessment is that it really whitened it. It got rid of it, rightio. I think I ate away a bit of the perth. I think it was looking a little bit better than that. And you can see the whiteness of where I've cleaned. So the rest of the stamp along the top is a little bit yellow, and that there is very white. So it works. I think it would have been better if I'd soaked the whole stamp, but then I would have lost all the ink. But yeah, look, I'm gonna buy a new one of these now. You know, I was gonna buy a new one anyway because it just annoyed me with that little tone mark. Now it's not toned. I can keep it in the book, but it's not going to be a really, really good stamp. That's life. This stuff happens. This is how we learn, and I'm happy to do it for the video. All right, guys, hold on one sec. So Milton works. It is phenomenal. It is very dangerous. You really can't let the stamp soak for too long in the water. I reckon the best bet will be to, because the hinges, when they're on the back of the stamps, when you get them off, there's a stain. So I reckon the best way to do it is have a body of water with a bit liquid soap, put them in there, pull them out of there after the hinges are gone and everything like that, then put them into your Milton mixed water and leave them in there for 2 to 3 minutes maximum to try and get some of the toning away, and then pick them up and leave them into the, you know, just the clean water bath, and, you know, let them sit there for 5-10 minutes or as long as you want, and then put them into your drawing book. Also, once the drawing book is full, make sure you put some heavy books on top of it. I do not recommend doing the spot toning. We've learned that, yeah, that can cost a lot of money if you get it wrong. I think the problem with that is, as we can see on my stamp, by me doing just that spot, that is the cleanest part of the stamp. The rest of the stamp, now you can see it's dirty. It did get rid of the toning, which was fantastic. I was going to replace that stamp anyway, but as you turn it over, now there's a big missing part of the gum, and I think I might have wiped the perf away by rubbing it back and forth with that really thick bud. Hey, you got to learn these things, you know. I probably should have used a cheaper stamp, but, you know, hey, that stamp's always annoyed me with that toning mark, and I'm always going to buy a new one. So, hey, let's throw caution to the wind and try something. I'm going to still keep it in there. It's all dry now. You can't really notice it that bad, but I will buy another one and put it in there. But I'm not going to pay full price. Anyway, guys, that's me. Make sure you get off, you know, get away from the TV. Go sit down, play with your stamps. It's really good for your mental health. It's nice and relaxing. It's the greatest hobby in the world. And the funny thing was, halfway through that, I rang up Brian and said, "Oh, mate, I'm doing what you said. Do I have to use water when you just spot dab it?" He goes, "Oh, yeah." So he's laughing. He's going, "You having fun?" I went, "Yeah." I said, "How are you going?" He's going, "Great." He sold a couple of lots. A couple of people have gone up and bought some stuff from him. The covers were all sold. So we went through some covers. They all sold, which was fantastic. I think the video only went up today or yesterday. So those covers are gone. So it's fantastic. But anyway, look, this is what it's all about, having fun. So enjoy, guys. I'm going to have another video up soon. Enjoy yourselves. Catch you later.